has been nothing passed on. There has been no tariff
Radio. Go live. What's up, y'all?
recession.
Meantime, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are still debating the president's $12,000. And it's Friday the 13th. Don't have to be permanent. The restaurant chain says those with temporary tattoos or drawings qualify. The deal is only good for 1 hour from 3 to 4 this afternoon. And also, the only promotion that they are running, they are now 2 new donuts. There are new donuts for Father's Day, bow tie and suspenders, and a plaid donut. Those are available this weekend. And here's what we are streaming live at 8 a.m. Preparing for another weekend of protests. The changes being made to local events in anticipation for more anti-ICE demonstrations and how organizers are getting ready for No King's Day rallies across the country. Plus, an incredible story of survival from a heartbreaking plane crash. How one man says he managed to escape the wreckage.
Throw that in there real quick. They try to throw that in there real quick. That's real slick, like No King rally. So that's what they call it, No King rally. That's gonna be real interesting, man. You know, it's like they got all the pieces in place set for the stage for certain things to happen that they want to happen and they know it's gonna happen. Yeah, you know, immigration is one thing, but to attack kinghood, that's another thing in itself. And then you got the alphabet people behind it that's pushing them movements forward, like fueling them movements. Say that fueling them movements because they don't want it 1,000 to be no man. That's why a lot of things came out like Bill was talking about Diddy's trial. And he said some called him uh, chauvinistic and uh, something else, ego. He had a big ego, and I'm like, these is what typically are associated with being a man. These are man characteristics, right? So like, you can't be a man. You can't be mannish. You can't be that. They want you to be stripped down. It's almost like they want you to be them, and that just ain't right. That entirely just ain't right. That 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 don't sit well with me. So you telling me you have a problem with me being me, but if I'm acting like you, then I'm a-okay and I'm fine, and now I'm just back to average and just a regular person, and I'm really not myself then at that point. That's a problem. They say that one group of people want to force and push an agenda on another group of people. But then that same group of people that's saying that is doing the same, they want to do the same thing when it comes down to it. And I know that firsthand. I'll tell you something. I was in transportation for a while, still in transportation on some levels. And during one of my missions as a driver, right? Sometimes I would do personal, sometimes I would do public, private. So it's different scenarios, sometimes different situations, right? So driving the cab one time, and I ran into one of the alphabets. And I'm not discriminating. I'm not tripping. Like, I'm getting money. It's a business. I'm not gonna say because I may appear to think that you're a certain way, or you tell me that you're that way. I'll be like, nah, you don't get no service. I don't get down like that. We talk money talk over here. So I say, you know what? Get a patron a ride. Don't care about what you eat, because what you eat don't make me shit. What I eat don't make you shit. Just straight up, it's what it is. So I gave the dude a ride, and we was going from one place from the bar. I was in front of a main strip in Hennepin, downtown Minneapolis. So pick this dude up. He comes out from the bar. The bar to his house is maybe like I say maybe like give and take maybe like a 20-minute ride, 15, 20 minutes, maybe more on the 15-minute side. It's late night, less cars out. You know, could kind of drive better in them conditions. So we moving. By the time I get like several blocks from dude's spot, he starts trying to come on to a brother, man. I ain't gonna still like try to come at me a certain way, trying to disrespect me. I'm like, look, I ain't that way, man. That's what it is, man. Stop all the shenanigans, just quit it, knock it off. So by the time we pull up into his front of the spot, I ain't gonna hold. Dude was a hairstylist, so he had a building next to a crib, so they kind of like were joint. Like the business was next door from the crib, and he owned the apartment that was connected to it, so it was like a business commercial in one type thing. I don't care about none of that. Back again, what you eat don't make me shit. What I eat don't make you shit. I don't care about none of that. You ain't gonna get me on that. So, um, he gets real disrespectful, hops out the cab like I don't want to pay you. What? It's like a $25, $30 ride, man. Listen, man. I don't care about none of that, man. I don't. I'm not. I'm not an immigrant. I'm from America. I'm a brother. Listen, I'm not going. You gotta pay. It ain't no ditch on my cab running up, man. I'm not with that. So ended up being a big mess. His neighbors came out. Then I think it was his mom stayed in the building. She comes out. What's going on? That's my son. Hey, listen, man. Your son's super disrespectful. Dude don't want to pay me. I don't get it because it appears that he's financially secure. What's going on? Well, he's intoxicated, he's drunk, and he's real disrespectful because he came at me a certain way. And I don't appreciate that. And um, dude's out of pocket, he's out of order. So then she was like, all right, well, I'll just pay you. Boom, swipe the card, got paid, moved around. Now, another time, I'm downtown and I'm sitting in the cab, sitting low, and these girls is walking down the street, and there's some clubs that are close to each other. One club's Augie's, one's a the Brass, something like that. And that's a gay strip club. And that one next to that one was gay 90s. But the one on the corner is Augie's. That's not a gay strip club. That's where we hang out at, the hood. Anybody that's from Minneapolis, been there before, they know where Augie sits at. And it's a cornerstone. Like, people go there. The hood go there. We go there and show up and show out. However, we got to go through some things to get to it because what we're next door to, what's around it. And it's cool to each his own. Ain't nobody caring about that. So I'm sitting in the cab, and these two white girls standing closer to Augie's, but kind of by the other club that's next door to Augie's, Brass. So one one sister walks by, and one of the white girls had like an open back. I don't know what they call them shirts, but they had an open back shirt. The sister don't even know these two white girls. She walks up on the white girl and just rubs her back And I could tell the white girl didn't even feel that. Like she must have like cringed up and felt disgusted. And it just, I looked, I'm like, man, how disrespectful is that? That you just walk up on somebody and you just rub all up on them. That's a charge in itself. And then the sister had a crew of girls she was with, and it appeared to be all these girls she was with, they were gay. Okay, cool, to each his own. However, hella disrespectful. So I seen how somebody else reacted to their boundaries being infringed on, being tampered with, low level compromise, you know? And what I'm getting at is that this movement that's behind these two protests that's fueling them, they got an agenda. And they want to push it on anybody that they come encounter with, and come in contact with, and they want anybody else's movement to be their movement too. It happened with us with the civil rights. You know, I think the worst thing that MLK could have did for the civil rights was include equality. And I'm just being real with you because I feel like this. When he did that, it didn't make it just about his people, him and his people. It made it about him and his people and everyone else that really could have dealt with that on their time and their stage with their particular wishes and wants that they needed, their needs. Everybody else done it. The Native, the I say flat out of Indians, Native Americans, they done it. This particular group of people done it. It's been done. But when it came to the civil rights, nah, everything else was included that outside of the African American rights, and that's significant. So it's like I know right now that this was going on right now. The Spanish got a movement, which I ain't mad at them about. I think it should be done in a certain way. Like okay, I'm not cool with the waving the Mexico flag because you're not in Mexico, you're in America. And if it's like that, like okay, let me put it like this: if Africa was right next door to America, and we had the cartel of Africa to deal with, we'll be over there shaking them down. We'll be over there trying to get things changed over there and trying to get things moved around and be on their heels over there. What are you talking about, gorillas? Because they got them over in Africa. They got some generals that caused some discrepancies, some warmongers, and and warlords, but we call them warmongers. You know, so listen, man. If Africa was right next door, be over there. No doubt about it. Shaking them down. What you mean, cartel? Huh? Man, come on. Me and my boys riding over here. And we're bringing our American rights with us too, and we're going to get some change going on. So I think like, okay, when I see the Mexico flag, yeah, this California, Los Angeles, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, this all used to be Mexico once upon a time. However, Mexico lost it during the war, the Mexican American War. And still no treaty was ever ironed out on. There was no deal that was really made after that. And that's what we're dealing with the aftermath of this right now, too, partially. Um, but the victor always gets to write the history. That's one thing people don't want to accept. There's a footage I found this girl was tripping. She was talking about this Mexico land is okay, cool, that's fine and dandy. However, that's what it used to be. That's the whole case used to be, not now. So since it ain't that now, and you understand it wasn't just Mexico land. It was tribal land. There was a lot of tribes that was mixed in America. It wasn't all Aztec. You got Califas. You got many tribes that was here in America. A lot of indigenous. What up to the viewer that got in here? I gotta figure out how to see these comments because my comments ain't coming up in here. Let's see, it says open studio here. Try to do that real quick. Yeah, it's just like the thing about it though, man. So I don't um I don't have no problem with that movement. It's just how it's being done. Um, the flag's real offensive to a lot of people, even to brothers, because it's like, man, we don't when we protest, we don't wave no African flags around. What part of Africa do we wave around? And see, that's another part about it too, because Mexico, you got all different lands, different sides. Michoacan, uh, uh, Mexico City, you got